Hi guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Natalia. I am on the Weight Watchers Blue plan. Why couldn't I say that right? I get 25 points a day. And yeah, this is what I eat in a day. So I love to film what I eat in a day. First of all, they keep me super accountable, and second of all, I like trying new recipes and giving you guys ideas that maybe you haven't thought of before. So I'm super excited to be filming another one. You can find tons and tons of these on my channel, like a ton, because I film them constantly, because like I said, they keep me super duper accountable. So it is currently 9:30 in the morning. My kitchen is a wreck. I didn't realize I left it so bad when I went to sleep last night, but I did. Like, I have to run the dishwasher right now, like right now, or I'm gonna like lose my mind. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna do some cleaning before I get started, but I want to go ahead and make either coffee or matcha. I can't really decide. I have this new matcha powder. Let me show you really quickly. So Vital Protein sent me this matcha collagen powder. I don't know if I've ever talked about it much on my channel, but I am obsessed with matcha. It's kind of hard for me to make a low point matcha because I like to add sugar-free vanilla creamer. It gives it just like the creamiest, like sweetest taste, and I just love it. So it's really hard to make it low point, so I usually have matcha on the days where I'm not tracking as hard, usually like the weekends, or if I'm craving something and I have enough points at the end of the day. So I'm really craving a matcha, but I know coffee will be like lower in points. But yeah, let's figure out what we're gonna make. I'm gonna do some cleaning really quick because my house is just a wreck, and then we're gonna make some breakfast. Gabriel's over there coughing. So I'm about halfway done with, not even halfway, like a quarter done with my coffee, but I'm getting really hungry. I was gonna wait for the dishwasher to stop because I have like all of my dishes in there. So yeah, but I'm just gonna have to like cook my eggs in a pot or something because I am so hungry, and Gabriel's hungry too, and it's like 10:27. So what I think I'm gonna do is make kind of like this breakfast burrito I've been loving to have. I was gonna have two, but I think I'm gonna be good with one, and then a side of fruit and some coffee. But it's super good. I got the idea from a Little Less Ashley. I've been obsessed with her channel lately. Like, I've always loved her channel, but I do this thing where like I don't watch people for a really long time, and then I binge watch a ton of their videos. So over the weekend I was just binge watching the crap out of her videos, and so sorry my camera died, but I got like a ton of new ideas, and one of those being the McDonald's copycat like sausage burrito. So I've been making it for like the past week, and I'm obsessed with it. I cannot stop eating it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out all the ingredients and show you guys really quickly because it is super easy to make, and like I said, so good and filling. Eggs, I usually do, I'm gonna do about like 3 or 4 eggs, out, so I need to get more eggs to make like 2 burritos, because I'm gonna make eggs and sausage for Gabriel, but just 1 burrito for me. You guys don't care. Anyways, these Banquet brown and serve turkey sausages, I've actually always bought these, and I never thought to like make a sausage burrito with them, but these are super good and super duper cheap. They're like $1.06 or something, maybe $1.50 for a pack of 10 of them. I actually have like 7 packs in my freezer because I feed them to Gabriel every day for breakfast. They're his favorite, and I never thought to make like a sausage burrito with them. So there's that. My fave tortillas are the Olay Extreme Wellness. A lot of people tell me to try the Mission carb balance ones, and they're 2 points per tortilla, but I'm perfectly content with these. These are so good. They don't taste healthy. They're 1 point. You save points that way. So I love these. I recommend them. Last but not least, you will need some Tostitos salsa con queso, which is 2 tablespoons for 1 point, which is so great. So I'm gonna go ahead and scramble up the eggs. We're gonna chop up the brown and serve sausages. I'm gonna do 1 for me, 1 for him, but I'm not gonna chop up his. So 1 of these for 1 point, 1 of these for 1 point, Tostitos, cheese, 2 tablespoons for 1 point, and then the eggs are 0. So it's gonna be a 3-point breakfast plus my 3-point coffee, so 6 points. Let's get to cooking. Breakfast is ready. I just have my, what do you call it, breakfast wrap, I'm gonna call it, sausage breakfast wrap, and just some green grapes on the side, and then my coffee. So that is gonna be my breakfast for this morning. Like I said, it is 6 points, 1 for the tortilla, 1 for the sausage link, and 1 for the Tostitos, which I didn't even end up doing 2 tablespoons, but I think either way it's 1 point for 1 tablespoon or 2. So, oh, Zach's calling me. And then the grapes are 0 and the eggs are 0. So 6. It is a little while later. I believe it's like 2:30, 2:40. And I'm just now starting to think about lunch. So I was going to make like a chicken patty with like hummus, or like hummus on the side. I might still do that. But I'm kind of craving hash browns. And I think you can have like 2 cups for 4 points, and then the cheese for 1, that'll be 5. Jalapenos are 0, hot sauce is 0, ketchup 0. I will be right back. We will see what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna go add everything on my app and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've decided I want to do hash browns for lunch because it's super easy and quick, and I'm craving potatoes, so that's what I'm gonna have. So you can have 2 cups of the Great Value shredded hash browns for 4 points, and I'm gonna do a slice of Velveeta on top, and then I like to add jalapenos and ketchup, and I don't have any sugar-free ketchup right now, but I swear it's such a little amount of ketchup that I don't want to count it like at all. And I've been doing Weight Watchers for a very, very long time, and I've been doing that. Sometimes I use sugar-free ketchup, sometimes I just use regular ketchup, and I don't feel like it makes me gain weight. I use such a little amount, like a drizzle it over the top. So obviously you can count the ketchup if you want to. I'm not going to count mine. I've successfully lost weight doing that, so I'm not like nervous about that or anything, but I just don't want, like, you know, any comments being like, you should count your ketchup because this and that. But you might be a perfect tracker, that's fine, but I'm not. So yeah, and I've still lost weight, so I don't think it's a big deal. But I'm gonna go ahead and get that cooking. I like to use a little bit of Pam and spray the pan really, really well, and then lay my hash browns flat. It gets them really crispy. That's just what I've done. I'm sure you could do them in the air fryer. I just like I don't know, I like the way they come out better in the pan. So I'm gonna do that, and I will see you back here when it's all ready. All right, so this is it's a little over 2 cups because I also made some for Gabriel, but I like to just spread it very flat and thin on the bottom layer where I sprayed the pan, and then I put the lid on top, and I swear this makes them so crispy. I have it on like pretty much high heat. I don't know, I feel like my oven or my pots take, or my pan, I feel like my pans take a really long time to heat up, so I always keep stuff on high. I don't know, but basically that's how I get them extra crispy. Make sure your lid is on, and it will get them pretty much really crisp. So I'm gonna go sit down and wait for these, and I'll show you when I'm all done. All right, it doesn't look too appetizing, and I really wanted to put jalapenos on it, but I cannot open the jar. So yeah, I just have ketchup, a Velveeta slice, I just put it in half, and some hot sauce. So I'm gonna go eat this. It's a 5-point lunch, and I really wish I had jalapenos, but that's okay. We gonna eat it anyway. So I will update you guys later. Okay, first of all, you guys will not believe this. Second of all, my hair is a mess. But I could not open the jalapenos to save my life. I was just sitting there for 10 minutes trying to open them, and then I was like, oh my gosh, what can I do? So I took, it was like this giant jar of jalapenos. I took the jar and I ran it under hot water for like 30 seconds, and then I just let it sit over there for like a minute, and I went back to try it, popped right off. So easy. So your girl is putting tons of jalapenos on her hash browns. If you don't know, I love jalapenos, like love them. So yay, tons of jalapenos. Okay, so I totally forgot to bring my camera. This is kind of wild, Zach. Can you turn it off for a second? I totally forgot to bring my camera with me, but I'm going to get a Dietary Limeade from Sonic, and I believe the large is 1 point. And did I get a large? Yeah, so I'm gonna use 1 point, and I have 1 point left for the day with dinner tracked and everything like that, so it's perfect. Yeah. Almost didn't have to even make lunch because I wasn't that hungry, but for dinner tonight, we're gonna be making a really good low-carb recipe. I've never tried it before, actually, but it looks really good. I'm gonna show you because I don't want to let Zach know what it is yet, because he might have a opinion on it before he even tastes it. So that's what I'm making. Ooh. My hair is as big as the sun right now, but I never showed you guys my Dietary Limeade. So a large one of these is 1 point from Sonic, and it's so good. I swear I can't tell that it's not regular. I've been craving these so much. So for the recipe, it calls for chicken, ground chicken, but I don't have that. I only have turkey, so we're gonna have to use turkey. Also for the lettuce part, Walmart was out of romaine, so I have iceberg, so it's not gonna be as pretty. I keep hearing a noise. It's not gonna be as pretty, but hopefully it'll turn out really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab all the ingredients, and then I'll show you guys all the ingredients you'll need. Alright, so this is basically all the ingredients you'll need. So we have these water chestnuts. I don't have rice wine vinegar, so I'm going to use white wine vinegar. Hopefully it's the same. Sesame seed oil, hoisin sauce. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. The recipe calls for shallots, but I'm just going to use the onion. I believe they're the same thing. Minced garlic. Not focusing. The recipe doesn't call for these, but I'm going to use them to top it with. Mushrooms, lettuce, and I have the ground turkey and the microwave defrosting. Also, the recipe calls for some fresh ginger, but I don't have the time for that, so we use the powdered stuff. Probably not as good and, you know, tasty, but it works, okay? And I think I can taste it. So I don't know, whatever you want to do it, but I'm using the powder stuff, and that is it, I believe. I'm going to let that meat finish defrosting, and then we're gonna get everything cooking. First, you want to add 1/4 of a cup of hoisin sauce. So now I forgot an ingredient. So now you want to take less sodium soy sauce and do a tablespoon of it, and I have a half right here, so I'm just gonna do 2 of these. And then it wants you to use a regular soy sauce, so I'm gonna use this instead because it's healthier. So you wanna do a tablespoon of this as well. I'm gonna take the top off too. So like I said, I don't have rice wine, but I have white wine vinegar, so you want a tablespoon of that. And then a half a tablespoon of sesame seed oil. So now I'm doing half a tablespoon of sesame seed oil, or sesame oil, whatever you want to call it. And then you want to do your ginger. It says 2 teaspoons, but I'm not really gonna measure. I'm just gonna add it to the sauce since I'm not doing fresh. Okay. Next, we're gonna do garlic. Once again, I'm not measuring it, but it does say 3 cloves. But I'm just gonna do a ton because we like garlic a lot. And then we're gonna do some onion, but I have to cut it up really quickly. All right, I have my onion diced up. Like I said, it calls for shallots, but do whatever you want. I bought a bag of onions, so I'm using onions. So, and I also did about half an onion, not the whole onion. Okay, now my camera battery is dying, of course, but now I'm just gonna mix the sauce together. All right, so my camera died, so I'm gonna have to try and fill this on my phone. But I just added 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil to my pan, and then I put my ground turkey in there, and I'm just gonna let that brown up. And I'm going to add my mushrooms and my water chestnuts once that is a little bit brown. So my meat is browning. I'm about to chop these up into pretty small pieces, or dice them you could say, and then I'm gonna add them to the meat. All right, I feel like this is a good amount of like diced up mushrooms, so I'm gonna go ahead and add those and move on to my water chestnuts. Hopefully I don't make a mess doing this. I'm going to. Okay, so these are going in now. I diced them all up. All right, so after doing that, I'm gonna add my sauce, which is hard to do with one hand, but I'm gonna add this and then just stir it all around. So that's what it should look like once you have the sauce added in there. And now you just want to put the lid on and let it just like the sauce thicken up and stuff like that. So while that's cooking, I'm just gonna dice up some of these green onions and then make the lettuce cups. Hopefully I don't rip the lettuce, but I probably will. Okay, so this is what it ended up looking like. It serves 4 people, and 3 of these is 6 points. So that's gonna be my dinner. I just topped it with green onions, and mine don't look as pretty because I didn't have like butter or romaine lettuce, like, so it would make more of a cup, but yeah. Okay, so for my dessert, I'm gonna make like it's kind of like a fried ice cream, if you've ever had one. They're just like, you can get them at Mexican restaurants, but basically it's just like vanilla ice cream with like flakes of like a cinnamon sugar coated, what is it, like cornflakes you would say? Yeah, it's like cornflakes. So this is just like my take on it. So I'm going to take half a cup of vanilla bean halo top, and then 1/4 of a cup of cinnamon toast crunch, which is my favorite cereal, and I'm going to crush it up and top it on top of the ice cream. So then it's like a low calorie fried ice cream. So I'm gonna make it and then I'll show you guys after. This is what it looks like with 1/4 a cup of crushed cinnamon toast crunch and then 1/2 a cup of ice cream. So that is going to end my night. This is 5 points, 2 for the cinnamon toast crunch and 3 for the 1/2 of a cup of ice cream.